All right, so January has come and gone. Now is the point in time where we're going to take a look at my physical media pickups for the month of January. Now, there's one little caveat, one little sidebar to this. There are two things in this stack that are from last year. I just never got around to incorporating them into a video, but without further ado, we're going to look at those as well as just the other ones I picked up in January 2025. The first thing we're going to look at here is the Trick or Treat 4K Blu-ray release from Synapse Films, I believe. Yes, Synapse Films. This release shortly after Halloween, and I had ordered it. They kind of surprise dropped it, and I didn't get in on the pre-order piece of it, but I was able to get it still around release, so I have yet to open it. As you can see, if you're familiar with my channel at all or the podcast, you know I've done podcast episodes on this, and I always sing the praises of this movie, and it's going to be fun when I finally dig into it, dig into the special features and see it in higher quality than the original DVD that I had that was very bare bones. I don't see it over there right off the top of my head, but it didn't even have Sammy Kerr on the cover. It had Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons, so I was excited to add this to the collection. And yes, it's long overdue for this to be sealed, and this will have to be dug into sooner rather than later. So, Trick or Treat from 1986. Definitely, if you've never seen this film, I highly recommend it. The next item up for showcase is the 2024 release of Snoop Dogg's Missionary CD. Right now, at the moment, Snoop is taking high criticism as well as from me for his performance at an inaugural thing. It doesn't mean I'm completely disowning listening to Snoop. It's just disappointing to see how he could perform there. Regardless, the CD kind of brought back the 90s. A couple weeks later, Redman released a CD, Muddy Waters 2, or released a digital album. I don't think it's on CD yet. And it's like a resurgence of the 90s sound has come about. I do, if you're into listening to Snoop, I definitely recommend giving this a listen if you haven't already. But it is what it is. It is a good album, and it's a good spiritual follow-up. Not spiritual, but a good follow-up to 1994's Doggy Style. Next one, most of these RCDs, or all of these RCDs actually, is Rosé's CD, Rosie. I apologize for the glare coming off the window here. This is an overall good album. I'm not a huge fan of K-pop. I from scrolling through TikTok and even Instagram Reels, a lot of people were doing Reels with her APT song, hers and Bruno Mars's. And when I saw that her album had released, I gave it a whole listen through on Apple Music and really enjoyed it. It's a solid pop album, if you will, if you're into that thing. But she has a great voice and a great style. So I definitely recommend Rosie. And I believe that was the beginning of this year that I picked that up. If not, it was at the end of 2024. Now, these ones are all definitely things that I've picked up in 2024 or 2025 in January. The first one is House of Crady's Stuff to Make Your Ears Bleed. This was released, I believe it, not Hollow Wicked. I forget what the released around Halloween time. This is the House of Crazies is a group consisting of the ROC, Jamie Madrox, and the Monoxide Child from Twisted, aka the ROC, Bones, and Mr. Hectic. That's their name. That they were in a group before they were Twisted, and now that Twisted is doing their own thing and has their own label, Magic Ninja Entertainment, they've resurrected the House of Crazies. They actually, a few years back, released of all their original albums on cassette, which I got, and it was they were only going by HOK, so I don't know if it was a rights issue or maybe a rights issue with Psychopathic Records, but it looks like they finally got the name or the rights back to the name House of Crazies. So I believe this was a special release at some holiday themed show. Fright Fest used to be the Twisted one. Hallowicked I know is Psychopathic, but it was left over, or they were still trying to sell them, so I picked that up. Keeping with the House of Crazies theme, this is the album 31, released in and around. I don't think it was released on Halloween, but in and around Halloween. As you can see, the color orange and black definitely denotes that theme, the Halloween theme. It's a damn good, solid hip hop album. Maybe you're a fan of Twisted, maybe you're not. A lot of the newer music tends to go towards rock, a hard rock sound, and it's always good to hear going back to a classic hip hop sound. And I know that's by design. I don't think they're leaving that behind. I think they are releasing their upcoming album, which releases on the 14th of February. Welcome to Our Funeral, Your Funeral, Somebody's Funeral. I think that's going to be more of a rock type album. But House of Crazies, again, great album. Definitely recommend checking it out. This is on streaming. The previous one is not on streaming. That's the tricky part. Not all these albums are available on streaming. And continuing with the Magic Ninja Entertainment theme, I picked up, this came out last year, like way early in the year, but I finally picked it up on CD to complete that collection. I have the original one downstairs, away in a box. Madrox's Monoxide's Chainsmoker 2 album, follow-up to the, I forget, 2005, 6 maybe? I forget when the original one dropped. It dropped on Psychopathic Records. It's been long overdue, a long time coming for this follow-up, but the Chainsmoker 2, definitely, this is what I'm talking about with hip-hop. Solid album, front to back. And then the last CD that I picked up from Magic Ninja Entertainment was the Chainsmoker 2 remixes. I have not listened to any of these remixes yet, but this is another one that you can't get streaming. This is only available through their web store. So if you're an Insane Clown Posse fan, Twisted fan, Magic, you know about the Chainsmoker, and definitely worth picking up these albums. Like I said, I'm looking forward to listening to this and enjoying it, but mostly to add to the collection. And then the last physical thing I picked up this month was trying to go back retro, and I watched a couple videos on people taking a break from streaming and doing everything, and I went ahead and picked up a Discman. Yes, this is a relic of the past, only brought also into the modern thing. This has a built-in speaker, which actually sounds pretty good, but I can listen to those CDs if I choose on here. You put it in here, kind of sits in the back, but it's also a Bluetooth speaker, so I can connect my phone, listen to a podcast. It's nice and compact. This would be good for the beach. If you're going, even just to stream, to have that, or outside, just enjoying a nice spring, summer day with a nice glass of sweet tea or something. I don't know. but I picked this up. It sounds good overall in the headphones, and when I use my nice headphones, these guys sound really great. So for $40, I said, why not? I like retro things, so let's go a little retro and pick up a Discman and maybe actually enjoy the CDs for a little bit before I file them away as part of the collection. So yeah, that's all the physical media that I picked up this month. I don't know if I'm going to include, moving forward, digital content like video games and such, but just to real quick throw it out there, I picked up Black Ops 6 digitally for the PS4. I picked up Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 for the PS4. They were having a good sale, the holiday sale, very good price. Back for Blood, I believe, on the PS4. I've really been heavily playing Sony products since about September. It's not to say that I don't like my Series X. It's right over here. But I've just been enjoying collecting trophies and playing those games, so I added those. I've also picked up for the Switch Donkey Kong Country Returns, and this is all digital, and Hello Kitty's Island Adventure, which is why I'm wearing my wife's sweatshirt. But I like it too, and she was none too happy. So I don't know if moving forward I'm going to mention digital things, but I thought I'd just throw them in there as things that I've gotten. So out of all this, let me know your favorite pickups here that I've showcased. I'm going to try and get better with these as the months go on, but I'm going to try and be cognizant and consistent with just sharing what I pick up, so it's not all crammed in to 1 month. And I would like to this year finally start going out to yard sales and just seeing different DVDs and stuff and things that I can pick up just to build up that physical media collection. So that is going to do it. Thank you for checking out this video. You can go ahead and check out these other videos, pickup videos from Halloween. They'll be around here, around my head somewhere. So until the next video, take care, God bless, and stay smooth.